Hello everybody and welcome to Sip and a Smoke. My name is Rick.
Tomas.
How you guys doing today? So today we're coming back at it. It is coming up on September. So as many of you know, Octoberfest is coming up, so we thought we'd do a little bit of Octoberfest. So we actually got the Casada Octoberfest cigar, and we're pairing it today with a Warsteiner Octoberfest. Absolutely, I love these cigars personally. I've had a few.
Yeah, it is good.
I'm telling you,
Right off the bat.
yeah, it's a wonderful time having this cigar. So in this, it is a Dominican Puro. Hold on.
Yeah, I've never had this cigar before. It's my first time trying it. Right off the bat, very flavorful, extremely easy draw. It's a good cigar to start with right away.
Oh yeah.
We've had one of the beers. It's my first time trying this beer also. It's a Warsteiner Octoberfest Pilsner, kind of medium light style beer. Not heavy by any means, like a dark German beer or anything like that. It's just a good, easy, casual
drinking beer.
Casual drinking beer, yeah. I like it better than Spaten. I've had the Spaten Oktoberfest. I like this one better for sure.
Okay. So this cigar is actually a small batch. They only make 500 boxes. 500 boxes of these every year. So if you can get your hands on one, do it.
So it's a Dominican Puro, meaning that it's 100% single source Dominican country of origin tobacco. So Puro would be 100% Nicaraguan, 100% Cuban. This is 100% Dominican. And it has a Dominican Viso, a Dominican Ligero, and a Dominican Criollo. So the tobacco, the Viso serves a purpose, the Ligero serves a purpose, and then the Criollo is like the Seco, which serves another purpose: flavor, strength, and then burn. And so, but this is all 100% Dominican. The wrapper is Dominican also, but what type of wrapper is this?
The wrapper is the Cibao?
Cibao? I believe it's pronounced Cibao. I don't know. Cibao?
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't know everything.
It is a very thick leaf, very oily. It's, man, I tell you what, I like it. You can actually feel a little bit of the oil when you actually rub your fingers like that.
Absolutely.
So it puts off that really nice sheen to it, which I like. Makes it just look beautiful. And the things just burn so wonderfully. It's a medium to full. I would actually say it's a high-end medium, very low-end full, but just a wonderful cigar.
What is their description say flavor-wise that you're supposed to get out of this?
Their description is you're going to find a little bit of cedar in there, some earth notes, and bittersweet or bitter dark chocolate.
Okay.
I can taste the cedar in it.
Absolutely. Right when you put the fire to it.
Yeah.
The cedar comes out very prominent.
Yes. And then you get a little bit of that dark chocolate on your lips, I find.
Yeah.
The earthiness, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like a hay or kind of grain, kind of like a burning wheat or anything like that flavor in terms of like earthiness or anything like that. It's got the like, kind of a leathery flavor profile that I'm getting from it.
I can see that.
But I do get the cedar. I do get the little bit of that bittersweet dark chocolate a little bit. But again, I mean, we just barely lit these cigars and it hits you with flavor right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's not just you put the fire to it and you're tasting burn.
Yeah.
You're tasting the tobacco.
And then after that, we've got our Warsteiner Oktoberfest beer. So,
and the beer, we haven't done very much beer, and I'm not really a huge beer drinker. And when I do drink beer, I usually drink like heavy dark beers like stouts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of light in terms of what I'm normally used to, but I'm getting like some citrus flavors out of it, some wheat flavors. I don't know if it's just
I
me.
get a little bit of the wheat in there, but I'm tasting a little bit more caramel.
Okay.
More of a caramelized flavor in there. It is a little bit bitter, but it's not one of those really bad bitters. Well, all right then.
But yeah, this is a pretty good beer, actually. I like it. It's not heavy by any means. It's got a little bit of a sharp finish on the back of the throat.
Right.
But it's not significant at all. And it might have to do with the cigar pairing with the beer. And
Now, how do you feel about the cigar pairing with the beer?
I like the pairing. It's a good pairing, actually. The cigar itself, like I said, has a lot of kind of chocolate. See, I drink a lot of heavy beers. I like stouts. I like Guinness stout and porters. And so the beer tends to be a little bit lighter than I would normally drink by myself on my own. But the flavor profile that I get out of the cigar with that kind of bitter chocolate and stuff pairs well and kind of makes almost like a stout mouthfeel and flavor.
Well, with the cigar, you get that real creaminess in the smoke. It causes you to salivate a little bit. And then you go and you hit the beer, and it actually takes a little bit of that away. It causes you to have that almost dry mouth. So between the two of them, it really just sits right perfectly.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel like you got a lot more than what you actually do.
Yeah, like I say, it makes the beer feel fuller and heavier, and also kind of cleans the palate from the cigar.
Well,
and lets you enjoy that next draw.
Now, one of the good things I did find out is this Octoberfest cigar is actually set up to be paired with beer. I didn't realize that until I actually did a bunch of searching into it and everything. And the guy who created this, Manuel Casada, actually wanted a cigar that you could pair with beer. And so I think that really helps it out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a good job on it.
All right, guys. So here we are at the end.
Yeah, about 2/3 of the way down.
I'm almost done with mine. I smoke faster than you do, though.
Yeah, you have bigger lungs.
Yeah.
I talk a lot.
That you do. Mm-hmm. So far, what do you think?
I think it's a great cigar. About halfway through, I got a little bit of like campfire to it.
Okay.
Smokiness.
Yeah.
It still retains a lot of the same flavors that it had in the beginning. It's just a little bit more intense than when it started off with. And like I said, pairing with the beer, it's a very good pairing with this particular beer. I think if we had a stronger, more heavy beer, it would just overwhelm things.
I think it would.
There wouldn't be enough balance.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a good balanced pairing. The Octoberfest Quesada cigar with the Octoberfest beer, this particular one. Again, I've had different Oktoberfest beers. They all have a little bit of a different flavor profile to them. This one, it's doing well.
I have noticed with the beer, because I've been letting mine sit and it's started to get a little bit warmer, the caramel in it comes out a lot more the warmer it gets.
Okay.
With the beer. With the cigar, man, it stays smooth. It stays absolutely wonderful the whole time for me.
Yeah.
Great flavors in it. You can really, you can't pick out different flavors in it, but you can really get that creaminess going in. So it's, for me, I love this cigar.
Yeah, like you said before, the cigar, in terms of mouthfeel, gives you a nice kind of coating in your mouth. You can kind of almost chew it. And I'm a big fan of contrasts when it comes to pairing.
I think we both are.
Yeah, I like having something that gives you a good chewy mouthfeel and then cleaning it up with something as a pairing and then going back to it again. So that way you're not just constantly salivating and heavy in your mouth. The beer does a nice job of just cleaning the palate off and preparing you for another draw on the cigar.
Oh, yes.
And that's kind of like when you're doing wine and steak pairings, when you're doing food pairings and stuff like that. that's what you look for, you know, because like when you're doing steak, a heavy fatty steak like a ribeye or something, you're getting that coating of the fat from the steak, and so you go with kind of a drier style wine to kind of clean that up.
Right.
And the same thing with this cigar and this beer. I mean, the cigar represents like the steak, giving that nice coating. The beer cleans it up, and then allows you to kind of go back to the cigar again, and it complements. They just play on each other.
Oh yeah, most
I like
definitely. Okay, so as far as the burn goes, what would you say?
Haven't had any problem. It's super straight all the way through.
Oh yeah, razor straight almost.
Yeah.
The aroma.
Very aromatic. It's got a pleasant smell to it. I would put the aroma at a strong 9.
Oh, easily.
I can smell this cigar and enjoy it.
And I'm going to sit there right with you with a 9 to a 9.5, right in there. I absolutely love the smell of this thing. The draw on this thing is so easy.
Absolutely.
You don't even have to try, and you get a mouthful of smoke with this. So I'm going to give the draw a 10.
Yeah, the draw and construction, easy 10. It's not unraveling. It's not cracking. It's an easy draw, but it still holds the ash, so it's not necessarily a loosely rolled cigar. Easily 9-10.
Yeah. The looks on it, man, I love the look of this cigar. It's that dark look to it. It's got that nice oil sheen to it that I like. So I'm going to give the looks on this thing a 9.
Yeah, the cigar itself is extremely attractive, very appealing to the eye. It makes you want to smoke it. Now, the band, on the other hand, you know, it's okay.
Yeah. And what about the taste? What do you think about the taste?
I think that the description that you gave in the beginning that they give is a very accurate description. You know, you still get that bitter chocolate, dark chocolate flavor on the lips when you lick your lips. Mm-hmm. You still get some of that cedar all the way through.
Yeah.
I just think it intensifies as you smoke through the cigar. It picks up more of a woodsy smokiness to it.
Yep.
In my opinion, and
the more you smoke it, honestly, I think the better it gets.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the taste a 10.
I give it a solid 10.
So overall,
I say a 9.5.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily a 9.5. This is a great cigar.
Beer, what do you think?
The beer, you know, for not being a big beer drinker, I like it. I can't do hoppy beer. Don't like it at all. Most bitter beers I'm not a big fan of. But I'll tell you what, this, I wouldn't have an issue with picking up a couple 6-packs and sitting them in the fridge and drinking them over through a week, you know?
It's a great summer beer.
It really is.
I can drink that on a hot day, and it's refreshing. Like, it's clean. It's not super hoppy, like you say. It's not overweeded. I think it's just a good, clean beer.
All right, guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely please like, subscribe, follow, all of the above.
All right. So from us here at Sippin' a Smoke,
Salud.
cheers.
Cheers.